are. My good bird, but you're a nut. Yes, KK, good bird. Yes, he's a good bird, but he doesn't have to do that. No, calm down. Okay. KK bird, what are you doing? Okay, bird. A good bird? Yes, you are a good bird. But I need my arm. I need it. I need to use my arm occasionally. I do.
Okay, we're live.
Speak for yourself. I am one of the undead. I am one of the dead. One of the undead. Right, KK? Right, big boy? No. Doesn't have any. No, you gotta calm down. You're a little too amorous. Calm down. No. Can't own my arm. No, you're not gonna own my arm. Well, hi, KK. Hi. KK, I need my arm. KK. There you go. Good boy. So bird. Hi, and welcome to Cockatoos with Attitude. Right? That's making my foot vibrate. It's like being in the doctor's office where they used to like, test your reflexes. It's kind of what it's like. You're going to be a doctor there, KK? Test my reflexes? Yeah? Oh, cute.
Lucy.
Lucy, Goosey bird. Hi, Goosey.
I love little gooses. So fluffy. So our first chatter arrived. It's Jocelyn Triggle. So hello and welcome. Good to see you, Jocelyn. Is Cinnamon watching too? The little guy.
Hi, Jocelyn. Hello, Cinnamon. The more Bob gets out, the louder he gets. What are you doing? Hmm? Snowball, where are you? Oh, there you are. There's Snowball.
So and our next chat arrived. It's Falcon Sue. Hello, good to see you.
Hey, Falcon Sue. You want to hammer my knee for Falcon Sue? There you go. Silly bird.
So Lisa Banerjee is here and wishing us a happy Monday.
Hi, Lisa. What are you doing up there, Cecil bird? Nice foot. The ball and the frisbees. What are you doing with that foot up in the air there, kid?
Lisa wants to know who's doing that to Don's leg. I'm not sure which cockatoo is on Don's leg at the moment.
Hey.
Oh, okay, Kay. He wandered from the arm to the leg.
Yeah, he likes to pound my leg. I don't know what to say.
I think that's KK's way of flirting.
Yeah, it is. I'm sure it is.
But... And Cutie Pie Cecil had his foot up. See now, or is that Cecil?
I know what made me think of this, but I had read an article where a guy, he was in Romania, where the legend of Dracula and all that comes from, that area. And he
Yeah.
left, he left, he left his wife to go work somewhere else, working in some other country. He came back and she had filed him as deceased. So when he came back, he was legally dead in Romania. So he went to the
Cool.
courts to try to get it reversed and they wouldn't do it.
Oh,
And I,
that has happened to someone here in Germany too.
yeah, but it makes more sense in Romania because, of course, they didn't want to reverse it. The the undead in Romania, that makes more sense, doesn't it? I mean, don't you really expect the undead in Romania?
Hmm. Yeah, and in Romania, a lot of things are possible. It's a beautiful country.
Yeah, unless you go by the Borgo Pass at midnight, that's not so cool. But
Oh, I think I'd love that.
if you can get someone to take you there with a horse and carriage,
So Rosebud Atkins just joined us in chat. So hello, good to see you. I think Cecil is busy. Spying out something.
hello.
There's a box on my Cecil. Are you a kitty now?
Oh,
Kitties
don't
also
grab.
are interested in boxes.
Come sit there. You can sit there. It's all right. All right. That's just Lucy. Small, but she has a. Hi, Eleanor. She has a lot of attitude.
The Lucy.
Why don't you scoot just a little this way, Lucy? Lucy, move this way. I don't want him grabbing at you. He will sometimes. There you go. You're on this side, he won't do that. And you won't get your beak into things you shouldn't. Sea salt. You do have wings. You don't have to just walk everywhere. What are you jumping for? What are you jumping for? Silly bird. Yeah, what you stay down there? Hmm? Sleeping Shug. Sleeping Jazz.
Well, luckily he's having her afternoon nap again.
They were both active until I brought them in here, and now I was like, okay, sitting down now. Snowball's at least playing. Well, he was.
Yeah, Snowball was so busy yesterday. Hard to believe.
How is the broadcast going? I guess Eleanor's having a problem with it.
Oh, I haven't realized that. I was busy with the chat and stuff. And
Hello.
hello, Eleanor. There she is.
Hello. I got in finally.
Yeah.
Like it's just being super glitchy. I don't know what's happening, whether it's just me or if it's Zoom or
Hmm,
I don't know.
I can never tell from this end because I'm doing the
hard to
broadcast.
say.
It looks like the YouTube's going fine.
Yeah, the YouTube seems to work today. So
Hi, Cecil.
and Zoom is also not glitchy for me. So once in a time, the German internet is working.
Well, it's
Well,
amazing.
enjoy this moment.
It's amazing
Yeah.
that it all works anyway. The internet being what it is.
So Spirit Matter is here. Good to see you.
Can you say hello, Spirit Matter? Can you say that? No. You can say Cecil and hello, but nobody believes me because you never camera.
Yeah,
Cecil.
we've never heard Cecil say hello. Never ever.
Cecil, hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello? Yeah, you say hello. 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 Just look at me. Just look at me. Bird.
So
Very
Spirit
cute.
Matter wants your job again, Dawn.
Yeah. Yeah, if it was all just sitting with the birds, it would be a peach. It would be, but there's a lot of other stuff. Cleaning cages, trying to do financing, trying to order material, food, and stuff they need. And this is the fun part, working with the birds. My new trick with Bob is putting an aviator harness on him. I don't know how long. I've only got one. I'll have to order more because he'll eventually destroy it. But I have to somehow keep him from attacking other birds for a while. That seems to be working. I just can't do it with a camera in my hand. But I think might have been you, Eleanor, that suggested that. I don't remember who suggested it, but
I do remember suggesting that.
yeah, I thought it was you. Cecil's now got two toys. He's got a piece of wood and a frisbee down there.
That sounds like six.
I said, Cecil, I'm Snowball. Snowball. Good boy. No, I didn't mean for you to stop. Good boy. Snowball. Go ahead and play, Snowball. Good boy. There you go. Good boy. Hop.
So for everybody who wants to have at least a little bit flock vibe at home, we have calendars this year. So calendars for 2024. And they are available now in our merch shop. So I say a plural calendar because we have one calendar which is about the flock, the Chloe Sanctuary flock, and its current state. And then one is a Just Peaches calendar. Oh, Rosebud already has hers. That's
Oh,
great.
awesome.
Cecil, calendars are already out. What do you think about that?
Cecil, can you say hello, calendar? Say hello.
I don't think he can say hello, calendar.
Well, he can say hello.
KK.
Hello.
KK can say hello.
Mm-hmm.
And he does frequently, don't you, big boy?
You can say hello, KK. The KK bird.
And apparently he can say, how you doing, buddy? That's just said that to me yesterday, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Cecil, there goes Cecil. Won't fly, but he's got creative ways of getting down.
It's very athletic, Cecil.
Okay, all right. No, is that what you want? All right. But he wanted me to put my shoe up there. No, I'm doing this myself.
Oh, my Cecil. Mm-hmm. That's a little bit like Peaches. She also rejected help. Like I figured that out myself. Yeah, look at him. He did.
Yeah, nice job, Cecil.
You're going back for that one to hit me with, huh? Okay. You was beating me with that yesterday.
Cecil are a great artist today.
Yeah, these toys in there were donated by someone, and this is the thing. It's wood that's too hard for a macaw, is what the word. But these guys can break it into pieces. So they actually have stronger beaks than macaws do.
Interesting.
I was watching him break up a toy from Supposedly the wood was too hard. Well, he broke it into pieces, no problem. Aha. Yeah, I brought the box. So you've got choices today. It's a whole box of toys there. Right, Cecil?
Well, funny birds.
Mm.
Yesterday's Snowball was far more sporty. He was kicking his frisbee around the whole room and did lots of interesting tricks with it. He can basically kick with his leg a frisbee up and then get it with his beak and throw it instantly. So that looks really cool. With that red stick, Cecil was yesterday busy hitting Don in the face. Basically, the whole time we talked, Don was bashed in the face by Cecil.
That's how
No
it works
mercy.
around here.
Yeah, he didn't calm down until we were off the meeting, so I don't know what he's doing now. Where are you going with that? He's got something in mind.
Sugar's having a good brain.
Oh, no, you don't. No, you're not going to do that to my hand. No, no, no. You sit down there.
Oh, such a sweet Shuggy. You look really good today, Shug, as always. She's looking at us while preening. I think she knew we were talking about her. Shuggy.
She can tell.
Sugar the bird.
And where's the... Oh, she's moving. Let's see what's the Sugar is doing next.
Beak picking time.
The most statue-like bird ever. Decided to actually become more agile. And a little bit of robo-walk.
That's pretty darn cute, Sugar.
Is that a Shuggy display?
No, you know a sugar display. She does that whenever she thinks somebody's getting too close to me. A visitor. She looks about twice as big. And then she starts making some interesting sounds, don't you? Sugar?
Ooh.
We cannot not half as good as Sugar, of course, but we try.
Too far away. I can't stretch that far. I can't stretch that far. So. Sugar bird, you're just gonna stare at me. If you come a little farther out, I can pet you, but you gotta move them more a bit. I know it's asking a lot. Sugar bird.
So I've just posted our fundraiser campaign for this year
Oh, awesome.
in the chat. You will see a beautiful pic of Shuggy, since we
Oh,
think
yes.
she's pretty much yeah, she pictures it so good what is done in the sanctuary to birds. She has made so much progress this year. No one expected.
Yeah, Shug is a success story, all right. Aren't you, Shug?
Mm.
Sugar bird. She's a lot feistier lately too. You won't let me
You
wear
feisty.
won't let me wear my second pair of glasses, and I have an old pair of like over the ear headphones. I only have one set of AirPods now. The other ones died. They were like 5 years old. So, but when I come up with that, she starts giving me all kinds of trouble. You're not coming to my age with that stuff on your head. Put your glasses back on. Right? Isn't that what you do, little girl? Hmm? You give me all kinds of trouble. Nice, Jazz. Wasn't there enough dust in here? Jasmine.
Or was Jasmine rousing?
Yep.
Maybe she wants that you have as much snow as we have at the moment.
Is the snow starting to settle or is it melting still?
Haven't looked out yet, but in some areas it actually started to settle. So I'm not sure. Where I live in the midtown, so usually probably I'm not sure at night maybe. So the roofs were white this morning, and the hills around the city they probably white now, as long the weather stays as it is.
Mm.
Cecil, what are you doing? Cecil?
Oh, Jocelyn says tomorrow it'll feel like 12 degrees. When it's in Fahrenheit, it's certainly cold.
Mm.
Well, Fahrenheit doesn't make much sense, but I mean, we're still on the English measurement system in the United States, and the English don't use it. So, what are you doing over there?
And Falcons says cockatoos don't understand why humans decorate themselves. It's bad enough that we don't have feathers.
Yeah.
True. Feathers are so much nicer looking. Jasmine, I know you're awake. Jazz. Jazzy. I'm being ignored. Jasmine. Jazz. Yeah, he looked at me at least. Snowball. Snowball, go bother Jasmine. Stop.
These two guys. Are we a little Molochen stalking today?
Go bother Jasmine.
Mm.
Snowball, go bother Jasmine. Snowball. Snowball. He doesn't know what bother means, so he he understands Snowball. He understands Jasmine. The middle part. This part he does.
And I can hear the bubbly bob in the background.
Yeah, he's vocal today. He got out for a lot of time last night, so he's I want it
Oh
now.
no, has Babaloo had a night fright?
No. Mm. It's just he got out a little longer than he usually does. I mean, I'm only one person, so it's hard for me to take him out for much more than a half hour a day right now. Putting him in a harness, I can get him out longer, so you got to watch him because he'll rip it apart.
Mm.
He knows how to start chewing on them, and he's like Lorelei there. He's sneaky about it. So
Mm.
and the place I buy them, it takes like 2 weeks to get them too. So can't buy them at retail price. They're way too expensive. But what are you doing? You can't eat my hand. Seesaw. Seesaw. Cecil. Cecil Bird. Cecil.
It's a pity that Manda refuses to come in. Actually, nobody's doing something. It'd be perfect for him.
No, we miss the Manda.
Yeah. He's such a good boy.
If he wouldn't
I
run
really
away.
hope that somebody can convince him that he comes back in the room.
He comes in here, but when there's no other birds, or maybe one, he's okay with Cause in here. But he did make it out to the aviary that one day.
Mm. Oh,
But he
Manda.
just goes to the bottom of his cage, the farthest part away, and turns away from me. He doesn't want to come out. So, I mean, he comes out every day, but when we're doing this now, he doesn't. He knows what's going on. He doesn't want to do it.
Mm. Manda,
He's
Manda.
afraid. He's afraid he's going to get chased, or the two aunties are going to snub him. So
Manda and his two aunties. Sugar, do you know you're not helpful?
Helpful. It's not her job to help.
Nope. Bring me or pet my beak. Exclusive or. Oh my guys. Literally everyone is showing us their bag and doing nothing. Just KK who is building a nest in Bob's corner.
he's trying to eat my finger right now. JK. Nut. Big nut. Yeah, they're all just and I can't bring Pippa out because she doesn't let sorry Snowball, didn't mean to scare you. She doesn't let Snowball play with its frisbees.
Mm. Well,
And Bob,
yesterday after he was done playing frisbee, so we got Pippa out and she was absolutely okay. She was such a good girl. Came in and started to sleep instantly.
yeah.
Mm.
As long as he's playing with his frisbees, though, she'll be aggressive to him.
Mm.
Wish I could get into her head and understand why she does that. Can't do that.
Well,
You just have to
probably
behave.
some complicated Triton rules you only understand with a yellow crest.
You're a silly bird. You know that? Oh, just so people know, you can take, as I've done here, take a box fan and then put like an MERP 8 filter on the back of it. If you take it outside, blow it out with the exhaust from a vacuum cleaner, and it works really well as a filter for their dust. It's not a true HEPA filter that way, but it knocks out the majority of their dust. And it looks like a cloud. It looks like it's snowing when I hit that filter. I'll do that later today, and they do work that way. So, and the only thing you have to make sure of is that you blow them out every day because you don't want to restrict the flow too much on the fan. Because they're not really designed for that kind of restriction. So if you blow them out every day, you're okay. Well, you might get away with 2 or 3 days if you don't have 12 cockatoos, but I just had 2 of our HEPA filters die on us.
Oh no.
So that's the solution. And that with the box fan with the filter is about $35. About 150 for a HEPA filter. So I'm still running HEPAs, but we only got 2 of them. So 3 of those box fans is less than the price on HEPA filter. I wasn't sure how well they'd work. You have to tape them around the edges. Actually, I found a place that does air conditioning and that kind of thing, and they were talking about HEPAs, and I said, "Yeah, you can do that. You just have to be sure you tape them around the edge so that it doesn't suck clean air in and blow it through." So you just use some cheap duct tape and tape them around, and they work fine. Blow them out because the particles off of them are not that small that you need a HEPA to pick them up.
Mm-hmm.
You do
Yeah,
need a HEPA.
the powder they put off is pretty, yeah.
It's large enough for these to catch them, and they do it really well. So
That's excellent. Cool solution.
yeah, and I actually got it from people who do air conditioning and and air cleaning and that kind of thing. And they said you can. We've tested them. It's about 85% effective. They're talking about with the other kinds of dust in the air, but I'd say they're probably close to 100% effective on powder down. I don't know what the actual micron size of a 1 mote of powder down is, but I know those things blow out and there's just a ton of dust coming out of them. So
And the dustiest bird in the world is Mander, I guess.
he's definitely the dustiest one. And then it's the other 2 Sarum cockatoos that are dusty.
Oh, so it's a Saran thing that they are super dusty compared to the others.
Yeah, you can really see the clouds coming off of them, even if you don't have sunlight in it. Umbrellas are dusty too, but not quite as dusty. They're smaller too. So.
Something about being pink makes you more dusty. Interesting.
Okay,
oh my, look at KK. It's going wild down there. What are you doing, KK? It looks very odd.
He just seems happy to be here. I was in a bed. So you just figure out your home and then you're companion dies.
Mm. Poor bird.
Yeah. You're a good bird. You know that? Yeah, you do? Okay. You really ride on big jetliners with a parasol on top of them, huh? Do you do that? Man, what are you doing? What are you doing? Cecil, you have something in mind over there or what? Now Snowball's investigating. What is Cecil up to? Hello. What's he doing?
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
Erin, good to hear
Hi,
you.
Aaron.
How is everybody? Happy holidays, belated.
Happy
Yeah, we're good.
holidays.
Looks like a nice quiet day in the socialization room.
Oh, they are quiet.
They know the camera's on,
Uh-huh.
as always.
And not only that, we actually singled out a group of very well-behaved birds. It seems so no instigator at all.
Wow.
Everybody is basically doing its own business. Shuggy sitting on her perch, Jasmine sitting somewhere behind in the room. I'm not sure, is that Cecil investigating back there? Then
Aw.
KK building his nest in Bob's area. Lucy is having the chest occupied.
Aw,
And Snowball's
everybody.
busy with his first base.
That is so sweet. Aw. Yeah, KK's always a busy boy.
He's busy chewing on my finger. What are you doing down there?
Nice.
Mm.
Snowball.
Oh, wait, there are two cockatoos busy in that cage back there.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, got Snowball on the bottom and Cecil up on the top.
I'm going
Those
up.
boys.
They are too cute. Falcon Sue, Aaron's in the house. That's right. I hope the extended flock family all had a nice holiday as well. If you were in the US.
So, Erin, have you had nice holidays?
I did. It was so busy. I feel like my head is spinning. So it's nice that I missed the time off, but it's nice to be back to normal. Now we have Christmas on the horizon.
Yeah, sounds really good.
Were there any holidays in Germany over? Because I know sometimes there'll be holidays like around the same times, but
Yeah, but it's basically a silent holiday. We have lots of these morning holidays or distributed over November.
okay. Nice. It's a good time to have holidays, honestly.
So it's not like that big celebration in America over.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't say that right though. It's celebration. Everything is about what they can sell,
Ah,
right?
that's a
Yeah,
good, yeah.
yeah, that has come over to us as well, like Black Friday and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. And Black Friday, I feel like, has really died out in the US. I feel like it's very much online shopping now, but the people out and about on Black Friday, it seems to be a lot less, which is good.
Mhm. So it has started with that people were running or standing in front of the shops 2 days earlier so they can be the first running into the shop when it opens.
Yep, exactly.
Cool.
Yep. People used to get stampeded here in the US. It was really
Mm.
it was something. Back in the
Correct.
1998 Tickle Me Elbow or something, people were getting mowed down.
Scary. I have a friend who lives in Cabo San Lucas, and he runs businesses down there now, but he was a boat captain. And he came up to the U.S. and he lived here for a year. He thought, well, I'd get an education for his kids. He said that wasn't true. He's going to had to take them back to Mexico to get them educated, to get them back into school, and it was going to take a year to get them to catch up. That's how bad it was here.
Wow.
But he said that down there, when they celebrate Christmas, everybody gets one gift. That's one gift. It's a combined gift for all your friends. Get together and decide one thing for you. And he said that what they do down there, which he really missed the 1 year he was up here, is that for 2 weeks before Christmas, you go around and you just drop by any of your friends' house, anybody you know. They're used to it. You just drop by, you sit and drink and talk and whatever, and you go on to the next one. And that's what they do. They just socialize for 2 weeks. Up here, it's like, oh my God, I gotta make sure I have the right thing for so and so. Are they gonna be happy with this? Down there, it's like, oh, you gotta see everybody. He said he couldn't stand the way it was up here with all about what you buy for whom. And down there, it was more like, hey, come on by and sit and drink and
Make a memory, right?
Yeah.
Like a kind of gift that you can't buy. That's wild.
yeah.
I'm right there with him though, because it's a manufactured kind of stress that happens, every year. Just
Yeah, down
crazy.
there, he said, no stress on the holiday. Because the friends all get together and they decide what they're going to get. Each individual gets, they get together and decide. But you only get one gift, and it isn't really about gifts. It's about going around and seeing your friends. So
Gosh, I love that.
yeah. There's a lot of good things about Mexico. That's one of them. So now I don't know how
Warm?
it really is, but it's that way in Cabo San Lucas where he lives.
Mm. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. You just kind of get used to it when you grow up in the US,
Yeah, when I was in my second marriage, we won't talk about how many marriages I've had, but I don't do marriage terribly well. I'm not blaming the ladies, trust me, but I'm hard to live with. I know why now. It's my memory issues, but I didn't know at the time. But anyway, my
Right.
second, her daughter at school liked to hang out with all the kids from foreign countries. So she was hanging out with one from Sweden and one from Germany. Well, we got the one from Germany to come with us to a Chinese restaurant. So we're sitting there getting ready for our food to come in, and this kid looks at me, and he's 15, right? He looks at me and he asked me a couple of questions, and I looked at him and I said, well, which one of Franz Kafka's stories do you like? And he looked at me like I'd hit him with a stick. The look on his face was incredible. I went to a Chinese restaurant, but I didn't get to eat. We talked for an hour and a half. Philosophy,
Wow.
history, music. We just talked, and at the end of this meal, which neither one of us ate, we just talked. The food, we brought the food, had it the next day. But he leaned over and he whispered in my ear, and he said, I hate to say this to you, but I hope you're not offended. He said, but this is the most ignorant country I've ever been to. And when I go back to Germany, I'm going to have to redo the entire year because I learned nothing here.
Wow. I'll tell you, the issues are compounding, and education is a pretty serious one. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I mean,
Scary.
of course,
It's
by his age,
kind of sad for American students though, because when we get exchange students from the USA over here, like they're always super hardworking because they're used to having insanely busy schedules, but they just don't know anything and they struggle.
It's like a foundational thing with critical thinking. I think that's really where there's just a massive disconnect, you know?
And
Critical
and
thinking was a tool.
and general knowledge as well.
Right.
They-
Yeah.
they don't-
Just a good
they don't-
foundation.
I learned when I learned like geography and cultural and physical geography, where I learned um, anthropology, which is what they call social sciences, right? Where I learned all the different sciences. When I went to college, I didn't learn anything. I mean, other than what I've learned from, I was a little fat kid, so I went to the library, and my lunch, I'd be at the library studying the Encyclopedia Britannica. And if there'd been an internet, I don't know what I would have done then, but
You've been busy. That's for
yeah,
sure.
that's where I learned everything. I didn't learn anything in school. And I learned to hate history because they had gym teachers teaching it that didn't know a bit about history. They didn't even have a minor in history. They just,
What a shame. What a total waste of an opportunity.
and I was just bored by it, just bored by the whole thing, right? I got
Yeah.
A's because, I mean, how couldn't you get an A? It was everything they taught you was supposedly taught you was easy. And, and it was the lowest common denominator in the classroom too. If somebody kept asking the same question, the teacher would answer it. And it's like, I've heard the question 10 times now. I don't want to, I would put my head down and sleep in my classes, but
That's only gotten worse too. No Child Left Behind had definitely lowered the standards again, you know, so that we can make sure that we don't address the problem.
yeah, George Carlin talked about that. He talked about the Head Start program. He says it went from Head Start. I don't know exactly how he did it, but it went from Head Start to No Child Left Behind. Somebody's losing out here, And yeah, it's terrible. They don't know anything. My stepson, third marriage, when he moved with us, he went to school and he came back and he was foaming mad. He says, if I have to learn about the French Revolution one more time, I'm going to kill somebody. And when I look, he goes, that's all he teaches is a stupid French Revolution everywhere, over and over and over again. He says, don't they have any other history they can teach? So,
and there is so much history that doesn't get taught that I even taught myself after college even, right? So it's like there's a lot that we can cover.
yeah.
Just choose not to.
Well, at the college I went to, it was funny because they did. Yeah, I'm finding out that in Europe quite often they have only one teacher or one professor that teaches one subject. But we had a professor there that taught American history, who happened to be an indigenous to the United States, what they call the American Indian, which is a stupid name, but that's what they call them.
Yeah.
And, he started out the class with a quote from Kurt Vonnegut, about when the sea pirates this is a paraphrase again, when the sea pirates landed on North America, there were millions of people living full and happy lives here. That's how we started.
There was. Yep, there was a whole world here. It may not have had big pyramids and, big stone monuments and things, but there was an entire world fully connected and, trade, communities. It's wild. It's sad.
That's one of the reasons it's so hard to teach people about parrots, is because they don't teach you how to learn here. And I wasn't taught that. When I went to college, I took an accelerated course in human physiology, 6 weeks, finished the entire book kind of thing. And so my next semester, that was in the summer, my next semester, I took a class on study skills. Because I got tired of wrapping my wrist in an ape's bandage and having to model things in play. I mean, in order to remember to get an A in the class. But they don't teach study skills and they don't teach logic. And these are two things they taught logic in ancient Greece. Come on. And they can't teach it.
It's such a disservice. It's crazy. But you're right. Thousands of years ago, this was common for the educated classes to learn that stuff. And now, not so much.
And in ancient Greece, they had a thing called the mind palace. What they did is they taught kids as they were growing up to envision where you live. You start off where you live and the different places in the house, and you put different objects in there. And then what you do is you peg memories to the objects. so that you could remember things. And there's actually an app for this now on, I don't know if it's available on any other platform. In Apple, it probably is, and there's a book, the memory book, which talks about how to do some of this. But they actually were able to remember things that we can't even imagine because they could just peg them to objects in their mind. They had rooms dedicated to different ideas and concepts, and the things they could keep a list of things in their mind.
That is just fascinating.
People today have trouble remembering what time does our show come on. I mean, that they have trouble remembering that. So when you go to teach about parrots, it's just difficult, not because people don't have the capacity to understand, it's because they weren't taught how to.
It's true. Or how to go and get that information themselves and have media literacy to make sure that you're getting the information from reliable sources. And yeah, there's just there's so much to learn.
So what I learned in college, one of the things I learned, because I had a good mentor, but one of the things I learned in college is how to find good sources. Like when I'm searching for on the web, I would always put DVM after it. Now what I do, and I'm searching for something specifically about whatever subject, mostly about birds, I go to Chat GPT and I ask, and then it gives me enough of an overview, and sometimes quite detailed if you ask for details, and then I can go and research it and find out more information. So that's my first stop. It's like going to the librarian and asking, right? I've got a question here, and you get that answer, and then you go from there, and you get abstracts that veterinarians have written, that kind of thing. So.
Was Jasmine back there staring down Stoker Ball, and he's leaving now?
Now these two seem to be watching each other, Snowball and Cecil, today. They're kind of hanging out around each other and watching each other. They never really interacted much, but now they are. So.
Yeah, they seem to hang out now. A lot of birds seem suddenly to hang out, like Snowball and Pippa when Pippa is out. Interesting.
Speaking of hanging out, there's Cecil hanging out. Dangling at the bottom of the door. Cecil, what are you doing?
Oh, that was Cecil. So Jasmine was staring at Cecil. She was like, "Are you a cockatoo now too?" No.
When I was in high school, they were we had one decent math teacher, and I started to get into geometry, and I asked the question you're not supposed to ask to the teacher. I never spoke up in class, never raised my hand or anything, but it got me marked down sometimes, but I would refuse to do it. But I asked, well, you've got all these proofs, but I don't understand how the proofs work. Why is this a proof that this is true? And since we hadn't had logic, I didn't understand the concept of proof until I got to college and took logic. So here they are trying to teach you something about mathematics, right, Cecil? Something about mathematics in the class, and they haven't taught you what a proof is. How are you? You're supposed to just believe that this is a proof? I couldn't do it.
On faith alone.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I get to college and I take logic, and it makes sense that, oh, okay, this is how you prove. This is deductive logic. This is inductive logic.
And then there's also Triton logic.
Yes, that's a different kind of logic altogether. What are you doing? Cecil is the slow one to step up. Yes. Don't you hiss at Cecil? That's Cecil. Lucy, don't be a pain in the hind end. That's Cecil. You like Cecil. He brings you.
Cecil's your friend, eh?
so handsome.
What's the other trick they use in the United States? You take a test, and after that, they never talk about it again. There's no final that you take at the end of high school that covers everything you learned. They don't do any of that. They give you whatever you learned in the last couple of weeks, and that's just no way to learn anything. You have to learn and retain. Right, Snowball? Snowball knows. Snowball. Yeah, you know there's toys in there. Brought them out.
So observant. Got that red frisbee almost underneath the cage over there.
So I'm planning on starting to do some classes on Patreon. So, and trying to work, it's one of the reasons I'm talking about this, trying to work through how to teach people who don't have the basic study skills, right? So that you can remember and you can work with these guys. They're not easy to work with. They're just too smart.
It's, yeah. Yep. The more time you spend with them, the smarter you realize they are too.
Like I could teach a basic technique to change a behavior, but you actually aren't changing their behavior. You're modifying their environment so they make the change themselves. You don't really, the last thing you actually want to do is force a bird to change behavior. Because
right, you can't pretty much.
Well, it's the same thing at work. If somebody walks up to you and says, like, do it this way, it doesn't work so well. Somebody walks up and says, there may be an easier way for you to do this. Let me show you how to do it. This will be easier. Then you're like listening because, make my job easy. This is, you want to lead them positively so they want to learn. If you're always trying to correct their behavior and yelling, or not even yelling, but just trying to correct behavior, you're not going to get cooperation that way. So it makes sense, but so you can give a technique, but if you don't understand the reason it works, then it's a problem. So what I'm going to try to do is break it down into here's how you do it, and then now, do you want to know why? Because after they try it and it doesn't work because they don't understand the grounding of it, you don't understand why, then you can go back and see why it works. And then you can adjust your technique a little bit. So
Look at that silly bird. They seem to know that the live stream is almost over.
Yep.
It's really funny to see the last 3 minutes or so. They are like, so yeah, it must be over soon. Let's start out with Chief.
We can get back to what we were doing. Let's go.
Mm.
Look at that cutie.
You doing the hop over there? You doing the hop? Huh, Snowbird? Well, hello. Hi, KK. He's got such a sweet little voice. Hi, KK. Got a child's voice. So somewhere along the line, there was a child who was in his environment.
Oh, so cute. Okay.
Bob has that too. He's got two voices. The one that sounds like an older guy, which isn't me, but it's not, and then the one that sounds like an 11-year-old girl. So,
Hello, Bob.
I met the 11-year-old girl and I recognized the voice. And
Oh.
he's got that horrible voice. He doesn't do this anymore. At least I haven't heard it, which is make it stop. Make it stop. Sounds like something from The Exorcist.
Oh.
Poor boy.
Poor Bobby.
Who was yelling, make it stop in a horrible voice. He picked it up. I know how he is. He can drive you crazy, but
But he's still just sweet little Bob, doing his best.
He's a good boy, even when he's a monster.
Yep.
He likes
exactly.
his baths, so he's getting baths regularly. Although that
Nice.
seems to work fine on him, but it's not good for my hands. But I have to clean him, so I have to work his feathers while that soap is going in there.
You need some
Because-
rubber gloves.
And he tends to poop liquid most. He gets more liquid in his diet than anybody else.
Right.
Keeps him from having to go and have another notch tied. You guys getting all ready now, aren't you? Cecil's getting ready. Sugar's must be that time then. Must be so. All right. All right. Jasmine.
It's hilarious.
Snowball. Jasmine. Hey. No. Over there.
Walkable and the jazzbird.
Did she decide to tank him?
All right. That's enough of that.
Mhm.
That's enough of that.
They really know when the stream is over, don't
Maybe
they?
she realized she's twice the size as he is. When she gets all big.
Seriously, Snowbird looks so small.
It's actually unbelievable, but the Moluccans are pretty tall compared to the
They're
umbrella.
large.
Yeah.
Yes, Jasmine GTH who was doing the mischief. Poor innocent Snowball was just sitting there and looking.
Not doing any harm, just looking.
Just being a sweet boy.
Mm.
Hopping around. Oh my God. It's
And to
so
me, it looks
cute.
like in the replay she did on Jasmine song, which YouTube was like, oh no, we didn't bring that. Too much
Yeah,
noise.
it's too bad you didn't get to hear it.
She's
Is
doing
Snowbird
okay.
making his way over?
Mm.
Too cute.
Well, guys, you can see what I'm going to be dealing with later.
Mm.
Nice
Good
having you all.
times.
We will see you on Wednesday, I hope.
Yes. See everybody Wednesday. Thanks, Don, Anna Maria, and Amy. And we'll see you at Extended Flock Fam.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thanks for coming,
everybody.
everyone. Great to see you and
Thank
talk
you.
to you guys.
Thanks, Eleanor. Thanks.